Hello everyone, welcome back to the Jikook Moments channel. The BTS trailer has finally been released, the first official teaser for one of their upcoming songs. It's incredibly short, yet that brevity is exactly where its strength lies. In just a few seconds, it sparks countless questions and leaves behind a sense of curiosity that's hard to ignore. One detail that immediately stands out is a woman standing still inside a museum, gazing intently at a ship. This ship isn't just a random visual, it's located in the Maritime Museum of Portugal, subtly confirming that their journey did indeed take them to Portugal back in February. So the question is this just an ordinary teaser, or the beginning of a much bigger story they've been quietly preparing for a long time? What makes it even more intriguing is the possibility of hidden clues woven throughout, clues about their journey, and about the long-awaited return of 7 irreplaceable names: RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. And of course, there's one dynamic that never fails to draw attention: Jimin and Jungkook. In this video, we'll break down the hidden details, uncover the deeper meaning behind the trailer, and explore the major clues leading up to their comeback. Make sure you watch until the end, because there may be things we've never noticed before. All the small details in this trailer feel like pieces of a puzzle. Nothing is explained directly, yet everything feels intentional. Nothing seems accidental, every element appears to carry meaning. At the same time, preparations for their live concert seem to be nearing completion. The grand stage, refined lighting, and steadily building atmosphere all hint that something big is about to happen. The excitement feels real, especially with the concert set to be broadcast live. After spending so much time on individual paths, they are finally returning, not just as individuals, but as a complete unit. Many are anticipating certain moments, especially the interactions between Jimin and Jungkook, which always become a focal point. But beyond that, one thing remains undeniable: when all 7 members stand together, they create something far greater than just a music group. There's a unique energy, something that cannot be replicated or replaced. This comeback feels like more than just a return. It has the potential to become something legendary. Adding to that, the documentary teaser scheduled for release on March 27 strengthens that impression. This isn't just about new music or performances, it feels like we are witnessing the culmination of a long journey. Years filled with hard work, pauses, changes, and personal growth are now slowly converging. In the trailer, we see glimpses of them laughing in the studio, recording, and sharing simple, human moments. But what stands out most isn't just the visuals, it's the emotion beneath them. There's a sense of coming home, a feeling of relief, a warmth from a reunion that may have been long awaited, not only by fans, but by them as well. From the very beginning, this feels different. It's not about recreating the past, it's about embracing a more mature, deeper, and more honest version of themselves. All the experiences they went through individually now come together, forming something new. When Jimin said, "We've been gone for a long time. Now it's time to change, so let's do it," the words felt simple, yet deeply meaningful. It wasn't just an invitation, it was a reflection. An acknowledgement that they are no longer the same, and that growth itself has become their strength. Jungkook also shared honestly, saying, "It feels like a dream." And truly, their journey is anything but ordinary. From living side by side, to walking completely different paths during military service, and finally reuniting again, it must feel surreal. Being together again, creating music again. It's like a dream slowly becoming reality. Jimin added, "It feels like we've returned to where we truly belong." That sentence carries weight. It's not about starting over, it's about returning to something that has always been theirs. Then there's Namjoon, speaking with his usual depth. Not just as a leader, but as someone who has reflected deeply on life. When he mentioned that at their core they are just kids from a village in Korea, it reminds us of where everything began, while also acknowledging the weight of the crown they now carry. He spoke about how quickly time passed in the military, and how experiences in places like Los Angeles made him realize how fragile time really is. There's a quiet reflection in that, a pause to truly understand everything they've been through. When he said that half of his life has been spent with the members, it wasn't just a professional statement, it was deeply personal. They are not just colleagues, but a part of each other's lives. How relieving it is that there are 7 of us. How relieving it is that we are together. A simple sentence, yet filled with emotion. After everything, distance, time, and change, they are still 7. Still whole. And most importantly, they still choose each other. Then comes a calm yet powerful visual. In the middle of a vast ocean, 7 figures stand on a sailing ship named Arirang. The name itself carries deep meaning, representing journey, longing, and identity that endures through time. Dressed in elegant black, they stand side by side, facing forward. No dramatic gestures, just stillness. Yet within that stillness lies strength. The wind moves gently, the sky is slightly overcast, and the ship glides forward. Quiet, yet filled with emotion. Their formation isn't just visual, it's symbolic. A silent promise that no matter what happens, they will continue moving forward together. Arirang becomes a metaphor for their journey, one that began with struggle, carried unseen wounds, and has now grown into something far beyond what they once imagined. On that ship, they are not just sailing. They are stepping into a new chapter. And behind it all, attention slowly shifts to a dynamic that remains endlessly fascinating: Jimin and Jungkook. There's something about the way they are together that's difficult to explain. It isn't loud or obvious. It lives in the smallest details. The way they look at each other, the way they naturally stand closer, the way they always seem to return to one another, it all feels effortless. In a world that constantly watches them, it feels like there's a small space that belongs only to the 2 of them, quiet, warm, and untouched by everything else. This bond isn't about grand moments or what the camera captures. It's about consistency, about choosing to stay, no matter the situation. Jungkook often expresses his feelings through subtle gestures, through quiet care, attention, and protectiveness. But what's equally important is how Jimin responds. Jimin has never hidden his feelings. He simply expresses them in a softer, more understated way. And that's where its depth lies. The way he looks at Jungkook feels different, warm, sincere, and unforced. As if, among so many people, there's only one person he truly sees. He is present, boys. In laughter, in exhaustion, in both big and small moments. He notices things others might miss. And if you pay close attention, it becomes clear. The way he listens, the way he smiles, the way he unconsciously moves closer. None of it feels accidental. Feelings don't always need grand words. Sometimes, they exist in the smallest details. In presence, in consistency, in the quiet decision to stay. Maybe that's what makes everything feel different this time. Not because it's perfect, but because it's real. So take another look. Not just with your eyes, but with your feelings. Because within those small, often overlooked details, lies a story far deeper than what we see. And after seeing all of this, one thing becomes clear. This is not just an ordinary comeback. This is a journey home. A moment where they return not just as idols, but as 7 individuals who have grown and chosen to stand together once again. And behind the grand stage and powerful symbolism, it's the smallest details, the glances, the closeness, the quiet presence, that hold the deepest meaning. So, what do you think is the true meaning behind this trailer? And do you feel something different between Jimin and Jungkook this time? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow ARMY. See you in the next video, because it feels like this story is only just beginning.